If you've come across my channel, I know that you're looking for some answers, and I'm hopeful that this will get you a little bit closer. Before I point you in the direction of finding your truth, let me tell you how I found mine. 5 years ago, I should have been the happiest man on the planet. I had spent the previous decade building the skills and the knowledge and the resiliency to build the business of my dreams, doing what I love, doing what I thought was my life's work. And it was successful. We were making lots of money. We were growing. We needed to get into a new facility. I had a wife and a daughter whom I loved dearly and whom loved me. I had the body that society tells us we should have. I got told all the time that I looked like Aquaman. I had it all. And yet still in my heart, I felt empty. Something felt like it was missing. I was miserable and I had no clue why. And because of that, I had this deep despair, this hopelessness. And I assume many of you watching this might be in the same place. And I want you to know that it's okay to be there. And that's the start of a journey for truth, a journey for peace, a journey for love. And that journey has a lot of landmines and requires a map, but that map is within you and you'll find your way, I promise. I'm still finding my way. By no means have I reached the destination. And so I started exploring. I found a medicine woman and sat with different psychedelics. I found all sorts of online courses. For example, Unbeatable Mind was amazing. A course by Mark Divine, who is a Navy SEAL meets almost spirituality teacher. I picked up meditation very deeply. I had started meditation with like breath focus meditation, an app like Headspace or Calm back in like 2013 or 14. But I really started to explore deep into the world of meditation. And what I found when I really turned within myself was this sense of emptiness, this sense of disconnection from the world and a disconnection from myself. I realized that I wasn't feeling my emotions. I wasn't being who I was actually meant to be on this planet. And so I started seeking. I started finding all sorts of different answers. And what I found, some of it blew my mind. For example, I sat in medicine ceremony and eventually got asked to sit as an angel in ceremony. I have this energy about me that can feel very calming and very safe and like a place to allow people to let themselves go. And so I got asked to sit in, and the things that I saw in those ceremonies, I can never go back from. I'm a different person because of it. I was not under the medicine. And I watched, for example, somebody who was going through a really hard time. This medicine woman went over to them and they had a blindfold on, so there was no way that they could see what was happening. And they were about to purge, about to vomit. And the medicine woman took that from them, and then she threw up in a bucket. And they were still going through this really hard time, and she came up behind them and started doing something behind their heart. And you just saw this deep inhale from the person that was going through this experience, and then they laid back down onto their mat. And then I turned and I looked at Sarah, and she just had tears streaming down her face. And that's just the beginning. There were experiences of three of us that were sort of cycloning energy around the room, stuff that's just ineffable. You hear that word often. You can't put it into words. And so that was enough that I needed to understand more. I needed to understand why. I needed to understand how. And I needed somebody to point me in a direction. And there were plenty of people who were willing to do that, and plenty of people who were willing to charge me a lot of money to do it. There are lots of people out there willing to sell their truth as the truth. And what I've realized over time is that there is no the truth. There is only your truth. There are healers, there are light workers, there's religion, there are shaman, and none of them, all of whom I interacted with, and none of them ever solved the problem. And that doesn't mean they didn't help. And that doesn't mean that there aren't people out there that truly believe what they're selling and that are doing the things that they're saying that they're doing. The problem in my eyes is when they identify that truth as your truth, as the truth, as the thing that's going to fix it for you. But you aren't them. Only you know what's going to fix it for you. And of course, it's nice that they can make money because of those things too. And so I'm walking this fine line as I step into the land of how can I help people? I want to just be really clear that yes, at some point I'm going to need to make money from this, but always I need you to know that you have the truth. And the truth is always in flux. It's not this permanent thing. As we approach, it moves. It's like quantum physics. You need an observer to see the truth. And with each observation, that truth changes. There's a realness to that. And we're just beginning to understand the way of the universe. And that is a requirement of consciousness, that how we see things over time makes them different. And because of that, the answer will only come when you stop seeking and turn inside. And man, if that's not what almost every spiritual teacher has said along a very long path, and everyone's just regurgitating the same truth over and over again. One of my gene keys is discernment. It's about listening to the teachers of the past. This information, this knowledge is out there. We found this out a long, long time ago, but we refuse to listen to it because we don't believe that we can have the answer. I talk about the gene keys often because it's the system that made me realize that the answer was within me. I talk about the gene keys self-destructing, that your profile blows up. And that's when you realize that the profile is just a tool for you to move beyond the profile. And that's the case with any spiritual teaching out there. It is a start on the path. And so yes, people can help you get started on the path. They can help you keep moving forward on the path, but they are never, ever going to get you to the destination. That only comes when we turn within. And I still am not at the destination. I still seek outside of myself. I want to be super clear in all of this. I do not have the answers. I am not enlightened. I am as flawed and as broken and as beautiful as each and every single one of you watching this video right now. So no, I will never do readings for you. No, I will not tell you what your profile means. No, I cannot give you your truth, but I can help turn you within. I can help you see your truth inside of yourself. People can help you on your journey. I can help you on your journey, but I cannot give you the answer that you're after. Only you can do that.